What's going on, world? It's your boy A1. I just want to make this video, and I want to talk about belief. For many years, my belief system was shot. So, I understand what it's like to not believe in something or to be skeptical about things. Especially opportunities. There are things out there that you can get caught up in that people can scam you. And it does suck. I've never personally been scammed, so I don't know what it feels like, but I can only imagine, if you invest a lot of money into something and someone scams you and you don't get nothing. I mean, it does happen. But I just want to talk about belief, and then we'll go back into that. I always tell people, borrow my belief until your belief system kicks in. Everybody won't buy your vision. Many of my friends and family, I talk to them about opportunity and about bettering ourselves. And, we live in a time where, opportunities are everywhere, to change your life, to do more with yourself. You know what I mean? To become a better you. There's an opportunity every day for these things. Whether you want to make more money, you know what I mean? It's opportunity everywhere. It's like unlimited. So there's no excuse on why a person can't change their circumstances. You know what I mean? I'm the same gentleman 3 years ago, that was losing in life. I was behind on bills. I was going through the motions of life just like anyone else. Lost my job, car got repoed. Things were messed up for me. And to the point I was so low, guys, I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to give up. That was the shortcut. You know what I mean? One of the greatest things I heard from a great philosopher, he said, a shortcut is the longest way to success. You'll never reach success if you keep trying to take shortcuts. If you want everything easy, if it's worth having, then trust me, it won't be easy. And, like my friends and family, I offered them opportunities. I said, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to build something that's incredible. They look at me like I'm crazy. Adults are very skeptical. And the biggest problem with most human beings, if you ask me, is that people don't follow instructions. Like there's great philosophers that died and they wrote books about how they changed their entire life around. People still won't read them. They're giving you the recipe to better your life. Even if you're not a person of the Bible, you're not, because it's not only spiritual. Let's just say you don't like the Bible, that's fine. But if you actually took the Bible and used it as a textbook and just understood it, anything that's going on in your life right now, whether you financially messed up your bank account looking crazy, you just screwed up. You could find somewhere in the Bible where to tell you why your life is like that. And it doesn't have to be a spiritual thing. It could just be a straight up textbook. And it'll tell you why your life is the way it is. But, many people don't want to read. They're lazy. Everybody wants everything easy. Everybody wants, how does the saying go? Everybody wants to be the boss, but don't want to pay the cost. You don't want to pay the cost of what it costs is to be a boss. There's some things that you're going to have to do if you want to be the boss. I always hear people talk about, my job sucks. I wish I could make more money. So here I come along. Here's an opportunity. Here's where you can invest a little bit of money into yourself, $150. All right. And I did a video on this about, my thoughts on why people don't join, network marketing companies. But here's an investment for low cost, less of a risk. You do have an overhead. Any business, has an overhead. But here's a small investment, and it could be life-changing if you follow instructions and plug into the system. Many people have a hard time of following instructions, and I think a lot of it has to do with people being prideful. You know, what I've learned from my mentor, you know, he said, Aaron, in order for this business to work for you, you're gonna have to humble yourself. Humble yourself, guys. Listen, humble yourself. And understand the business itself. You're gonna have to humble yourself and listen to someone, at least listen to someone who's doing something that you would love to do. Like, you know, I'm in the travel industry. Everybody wants to travel. You may not like the setup of what you have to do along the process of creating this kind of income, but it is what it is. I didn't make it up. That's just the way it works. But you're gonna have to humble yourself to someone who knows more than you, who's a little more knowledgeable than you. They can train you and they can teach you. See, I don't believe that people can't, there's nothing that people can't, you can't say you can't do something if you've never done it. It don't make sense. You put a thought in your mind to make yourself believe that it's impossible that you can get this done. So you can't, I would never say I can't do something until I actually try it and it don't work. So yeah, you know, that's just pretty much it. You know, many of us believe our own excuses. You know, you believe your own excuses. To me, most people's excuses don't even make sense. I've had people tell me some crazy stuff. But we living in the greatest time. This is the greatest time to be alive. There's new inventions being created all the time. You know, there's millions of opportunities, guys. But you got to take action. And it's easy to sit here and talk about it all day, but you got to take action. Procrastinating loves failure. Success loves speed. You know, you said last year that you was going to take care of some things, and it's already about to be 2016, and you still haven't taken care of the things that you were supposed to throughout the year. So everybody won't see your vision. You know, I get it. Everybody's not going to see it. We're dealing with human beings. You know, look at Steve Jobs. I think the story goes he invited 5 college students out and in a dorm room, and he showed them his vision. He said, this is what I'm going to do. I think that's the worst thing, when someone tells you this is what they're going to do and they actually do it, and you passed up on it and you look crazy. You do. So, you know, in this life, everything is risky. It's all risky. If you're not willing to risk, you will never grow. So he invited them out. He showed them his vision. Everybody, you're probably watching this off an iPhone right now. You know, look at it. Look how big Apple is now. Could you imagine with the 2 guys that stuck around? Sorry, something's in my eye. But the 2 guys that stuck around, can you imagine how much money they're making now because they got involved when it first started? You know, we have an opportunity here that costs less than Jordan's to get started in business for yourself, where you can plug into a system and you're gonna make money. I'm not here to guarantee you anything, but I know systems work. I plugged into the system. It pays me. As I said earlier in the video, many people don't follow instructions, and this is why they can't get ahead in life. They have this hard problem or this hard time with following simple instructions. You know, I always ask people, are you coachable? Are you teachable? See, everybody wants wealth, they want all this money, but nobody wants to put up money or even do what's required to make tens and thousands of dollars. And I always tell people, you know, people say, oh, I did my due diligence and blah, blah, blah. Don't use Google. Google is not an expert on research. You can research things on Google, that's fine. But don't look too deep into things, especially for something that's less than the price of Jordan, $150. Like, people spend that type of money on nonsense all the time. They spend that money in the club. I've seen people blow $150 over a weekend. Your priorities is just screwed up. That's what it is. You're not looking at the bigger picture of your life. You're just looking at the small picture. You're looking at the average part. You know, or you're just being average. But it's important to plan now. Many people start to plan when things get hard. You should start planning now while things are easy. You know what I mean? Don't plan once they get hard. So that's all I wanted to say. As I always say in any video, guys, I don't see you at the top or from the top. You know, I definitely see you on the beaches of the world. You can follow me on Facebook, you know, Instagram. I'll put all that information in the video at the bottom. And if you're looking for an opportunity and looking for a good home, you know, somewhere where you can grow and the leadership is powerful, a lot of training, you know, it's rare that people don't make money when they get started, you know, on our team. It's a rare case. Everybody makes money, and because all you gotta do is plug into the system. That's how simple it is. But there's some people right now watching this video that says, yes, I want to get started, but you're not gonna make no money because you're not gonna plug into the system. And you have to be willing to want to help people, man. I don't care about the money. You know, money gonna come. I want to end up with someone's testimony, man. I met this guy, Mr. Aaron Tomlin. You know, he helped me go from here to there. That's what gets me every time. The stories that, you know, from where people come from. I know people who've been drug dealers, you know, people who've been homeless, ready to commit suicide. I was one of those people. You know what I mean? Somebody sleeping in abandoned buildings, them and their kids, stuck. And coming into this industry on their last dollar and doing something incredible and changing hundreds and hundreds of lives. And that could be you. That can be you. You watching this video, that can be you that changes thousands of lives. But you gotta take the first step. And the first step is getting started. That's it. Don't be afraid of $150. $150 is not a lot of money. But, you know. So guys, peace. This is A1 Aaron. Definitely. God bless you.
When the step don't make it hard to sell. When you been where I've been, make it hard to fail. Cause I'm the realest nigga in this. Y'all know if yours